California weather often entices friends to visit. Mike paid us one such visit back in 2009 after finishing up on a business project up in LA. After twisting his arm, he agreed to partake in a weekly Huntington Beach ritual, the early Saturday morning meeting of the Donut Derelicts, a group of car enthusiasts who meet each Saturday in the parking lot of the local donut shop from before daybreak until 8 a.m. What started out as a handful of guys meeting for Saturday morning donuts with their cars has mushroomed into this very large, unofficial car show. Good buddy Les picked us up and chauffeured us to the show in his 1922 Essex, right to parking space number 1. Leave it to Les. Then it was time to pile in and head back on down the road. We said our goodbyes to Les, pulled out the old bikes, and headed down to the bike trail along the beach. It was good having Mike along, as he did seem to know quite a few people down there.
On a Sunday afternoon, really couldn't get away too soon. I can't imagine anything that's better. The world is ours.
It's always good having old friends come to visit. Y'all come back now, here? Now, contrary to what you may believe, the weather in Southern California isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Yes, it may usually be sunny, and days like this are pretty routine in the summer, but when Mother Nature decides to take a turn for the bad, it is usually to extremes. One day in January of 2010 started out as what seemed like just a rainy day. While stuck inside watching a film during recess, a tornado blew over the school and sucked a skylight right off our roof. Susan, Todd, and I were up there in ankle-deep water and 60-mile-per-hour winds getting this tarp secured over the hole, much like trying to close a giant umbrella in a hurricane. And to say we were all drenched, well, that isn't even the half of it. Apparently, the twister touched down just a few blocks away, whisking all the inventory of a sporting goods store out into the street. Hopefully we've got this hatch battened down so we don't have any students go Dorothy on us in the future. Other tornadoes were spotted over in Huntington Harbor, and at least one photographer got the proof. Now, just to keep the record straight, it does more than just pour. The school continues to define who we are. Although there every day of the week, it is what we love to do. And while these are tough times, we continue to forge ahead with a product that is unmatched. Our 21st century classrooms for elementary and middle school students are found virtually nowhere else. With a computer at every student's desk, a fully web-based curriculum, and interactive whiteboards, we continue to live on the leading edge. Through Susan's mandate, we also have the freedom to make learning fun and engaging through our own personal passions. Environmental conservation, math,
No, this one was mine.
So she gets paid.
current events,
Itty bitty ones. How many millimeters are in 1 meter? 1,000. Remember we counted it? 10, right? 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. We got all the way to 1,000. Okay.
physics,
I started yelling at you. Did you know that part? See Sergey's face.
history,
So this can move up and down.
chemistry and civics,
And for their sauce, they give me the most important job in this joint. Think I like this place.
all take on a less than traditional look. Our trips up here to Great Bluff on Whidbey Island continue to be a true source of enjoyment, where our vacationing meets its truest sense of the word. It's the place we vacate to from our Southern California lives. Vacation does not equate with relaxation, though. There's always something to contend with when we arrive, not to mention having to deal with the dreaded island times. So why don't you sit back, put your feet up, and we'll take you on over to our island.
Beyond the sea, and she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing.
Well, here we are, home at last. Let's see if we can find something for you to do so you don't get too bored. It looks like Susan's got some shrubs and trees picked out to help stabilize the bank. Before we let you start digging, though, let's get some wood chips in here to spread around once they've been planted. Feel free to grab a shovel and we'll be right with you.
Just got out from the county prison doing 90 days for non-support. Tried to find me an executive position, but no matter how smooth I talk, they wouldn't listen to the fact that I was a genius. The man said we got all that we can use. Now I got them steadily depressing, low down mind messing, working at the car wash blues. Well, I shouldn't be sitting in an air-conditioned office in a swivel chair, talking some trash to the secretary, saying, hey now mama, come on over here. Instead I'm stuck here, rubbing these fenders with a rag and walking home in soggy old shoes. With them steadily depressing, low down mind messing, working at the car wash blues. You know a man of my ability, he should be smoking on a big cigar. But till I get myself straight, I guess I'll just have to wait in my rubber suit, rubber knees cause. Well, all I can do is to shake my head. You might not believe it is true.
Charlie earned his keep by again pitching in on the perpetual woodpile. He's moved thousands of pieces to this point, but he's pretty sure that the pile is bigger each time he sees it. Oops, Charlie says it's time for a break. There are times to take a break and have friends over to enjoy the view in the sun, and a good meal, of course. Mary and Grady make a yearly visit or two, as do we to their place on the other side of the island.
Well, I had just got out from the county prison doing 90 days for non-support. Tried to find me an executive position, but no matter how smooth I talk, they wouldn't listen to the fact that I was a genius. The man said we got all that we can use. Now I got them steadily depressed.
Some sort of seafood is usually on the menu, as this area affords some of the best. In fact, every other year, the salmon run right in our front yard is quite the spectacle. It's all you can do to just find a spot to safely cast your line.
Secretary say, hey now mama, come on over here. Instead I'm stuck here, rubbing these fenders with a rag and walking home in soggy old shoes. With them steadily depressing, low down mind messing, working at the car wash blues. You know a man of my ability, he should be smoking on a big cigar. But till I get myself straight, I guess I'll just have to wait in my rubber suit, rubber knees cause.
When the spring of 2011 rolled around, we were hit with a minor disaster. A once in every 20 or 30 years rain and wind attack buffeted the island and took some of our yard down to the beach. With all the vegetation gone, it's now clear to see what living on the edge means. What ensued was a summer project of building a secondary retaining wall to relieve some pressure from the main bulkhead. Removing more than 12 yards of dirt, trenching, compacting, laying drainage pipes, timber cutting and setting, augering holes and setting posts and concrete for dead men anchors were all on the work order. When Charlie visits, he always seems to get roped into a big project. His help has always been over the top, which is where he almost went on this project.
You're in the picture, but I can't zoom in fast enough. All right. He rolled over. Sean was in the way. He was trying to get out of the way.
Jim joined in on the fun, and with their major contributions, we began to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Of course, we all know what this can sometimes mean. Pole dancing even got a new meaning as the Dead Men bases were prepped.
If you're young at heart, you can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth? to be young at heart.
And as everything finally started to come together, Jim imparted his words of wisdom on a troublesome corner joint.
See, you should have done what I had the mistake, and it would have been right.
It's right where it was, right?
Time eventually ran out on us, but on our return this Christmas, we finally hammered down the last row of timbers, ready to take on Mother Nature once again.
Armand, very young at
Bells ring, are you listening?
To bring our show to a close today, we'll share with you one of those holiday joys, the family holiday photo session.
Happy tonight, walking
There's always one who has to make things more difficult than they need to be, and in our case, there was no surprise as to who that would be.
Is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no ma'am, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Let's go.
circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made.
So here's wishing a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2012 for you all.
Come sit.
No, you're okay, Mercedes.
Come sit.
Come here, B.
Come on. Benny.